There is a new report. It's an extremely disturbing report, which found that at least 8 Republicans who were at the January 6th rally have been elected to office. Now, these are not necessarily people who were participating in the riot, but these are folks who were at the rally on January 6th. Huffington Post article. At least 8 Republicans who were elected at the rally just got elected to office, and even more attendees of the rally that turned into the riot will likely be on the ballot in 2022. Although most have claimed they didn't breach the U.S. Capitol on that day, all were participants in the demonstration leading up to the attack, standing alongside extremists to take part in the finale of a months-long anti-democratic campaign to falsely claim that then-President Donald Trump didn't really lose 2020. Their victories on Tuesday are a possible sign of things to come. HuffPost previously identified 57 state and local Republican officials who attended the rally, many of whom will be up for re-election and likely will win next year. That these candidates enjoy the support of the wider Republican Party and are winning elections does not bode well for American democracy. That's an understatement. Showing that one of the country's major political parties, despite some initial gestures at being horrified by the events of January 6th, is almost completely unrepentant over its role in fomenting the historic attack on the Capitol. And why wouldn't they? There have barely been consequences, as I said before. Not only barely consequences for the perpetrators, many of their cases still pending, but no real consequences for the inciters. And some of them are getting rewarded by getting elected. Among the January 6th attendees who won office on Tuesday were 2 Republicans reelected to the Virginia House of Delegates, Dave LaRock and John McGuire. Marie March, a restaurant owner who bragged about her attendance at the Stop the Steal rally, and who, in a since-deleted Facebook post, warned of a coming civil war, in which she would be willing to fight and die for both her family and small businesses, also won a seat in the Virginia House of Delegates on Tuesday. In city councils across the country, rally attendee Natalie Jangula won a seat in Nampa, Idaho. Christine Eid, who didn't go into the Capitol and later blamed the violence on Antifa, won a seat in Watchung, New Jersey. Charles Osberger also won a seat on the town council of Mansfield, Connecticut. Susan Soloway organized transportation to the rally, won re-election to the Hunterdon County, New Jersey Board of Directors. In Braintree, Massachusetts, a former high school teacher who resigned his position after local activists sent a photo of him outside the Capitol won a seat on the local school committee. It goes on and on and on. This is a really backwards time. Now, just an example of someone elected to give you a sense of the caliber of these people. This is not someone from the rally. This is just an example of a Republican that voters liked enough to elect. This is New Jersey truck driver Edward Durr, who was just elected a Republican state senator. And when he was asked, well, what are you going to do in Trenton? He said, I don't really know. I have no idea. This is who is now in a position of power. Take a look at this.
He chose to sit back and do nothing.
Ed, what's the first thing you're going to do when you get to the Capitol in Trenton?
I really don't know. That's the key factor. I don't know what I don't know. So
that is the key factor.
Will learn what I need to know. And I'm going to guarantee you one thing.
Yeah.
I will be the voice and people will hear me, because if there's one thing people will learn about me, I got a big mouth and I don't shut up. When I want to be heard, I'm going to be heard.
Well, this is not a lot. The host is laughing. This is horrifying, guys.
I will let.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead. Finish your thought.
Oh, my God.
I was just going to say that I will be that voice for the people, because I chose to sit back.
Oh, man. I wasn't kidding yesterday with my 2030 rant. And the rant sort of was, this week's elections might set the tone for some major Republican wins in 2022, which could include taking control back of the House and Senate. I've already said 2024 with Biden or Harris as the Democratic nominees. It's looking dubious to me. You could see Republicans take the House and Senate in 22 and the White House in 24. And then in 26, Democrats are really going to be up against the wall and Republicans will have continued damaging the environment and the country. It could be a very tough 8 to 10 years for this country. And again, I said this on a stream. There are some people who are mad and some people who agreed. In many blue states, things are going to be fine. This is not blue state elitism and me saying, I don't have to worry because I live in blue states. It's an empirical reality that if you look at the Human Development Index of Massachusetts, it's the same as Norway. Quality of life is like Norway. Connecticut has the HDI ranking of Switzerland. Minnesota, New Hampshire, Connecticut, they have the Human Development Index ranking of Germany and Hong Kong. New York is equivalent to Australia and the Netherlands. In lots of those places, many things are going to be mostly fine. But stuff like pollution and so many others that cross state lines are going to be really bad everywhere. And I still care about people in red states too, that have the equivalent, standard of living of much poorer countries. So could be ugly for a long time. And the last 96 hours aren't pointing in a great direction. Make sure you're following us on Instagram at David Pakman Show. We'll be back right after this short break. One of our sponsors is Blinkist, who's been supporting the David Pakman Show longer than any other sponsor. Blinkist is the app that lets you listen to or read an entire nonfiction book in just 15 minutes. Blinkist is the way to absorb those books you can't make time for. Blinkist takes top nonfiction titles, pulls out the book's key takeaways and insights, and gives it to you in the form of a text or audio explainer that you can consume in 15 minutes. With Blinkist, now you actually do have time to learn about all the things you've been wanting to tackle. On the Blinkist app, I just listened to This Is Your Mind on Plants by the great Michael Pollan. Super interesting, the history of caffeine and so many other things. Blinkist has you covered on podcasts too. Blinkist takes long episodes of popular podcasts and distills them into audio you can listen to in 15 minutes. With Blinkist, you can become knowledgeable about so many different things. You can have conversations with people about more topics. Blinkist makes you more well-rounded. Try Blinkist for free and get 25% off a subscription. Go to Blinkist.com/Pakman. The link is down below.